Good morning. It's October the 24th, 1 week to Halloween. And as promised or threatened, or however you want to look at it, it snowed. And not going above freezing for the next couple of weeks. So this could be here for quite a while. There's still a good chance it'll melt off in November. We'll get a warm spell, but no guarantees. I hope this isn't the beginning of the permanent snow cover, but you never know in Saskatchewan. I'll have to shovel the walk when I get home, but for now, I'm going to do my usual walk along the creek and be very, very careful because you never know how icy it's going to be in these first snows. Normally it's kind of wet, but it seems cold enough today that I think I'm going to have to deal with ice. There's something going on up there. The sidewalk is blocked, so I think I'll cross over. Yeah, I can feel the sidewalk slippery. Oh, people already chiming in. Oh, let's see here. Trying to read it. Hello, Alice. Good morning. Good snowy morning. Forecast actually said it'd be snowing right now, but it's not. So hopefully we've had our helping of it and it moves on. But we'll see. The snow comes, but everything else continues. Oh, I got a ton of publishing stuff to work on today. Still have stuff I have to write. We have to give a progress report next week on something I'm working on, and I haven't progressed as much as I would like, but I will tell them what I've done. I have done quite a bit, but I haven't done as much as I thought I would by this point. It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas, but it isn't even Halloween. Actually better later in the winter. People are more likely to clear their sidewalks right away. This time of the year, people hope it'll melt. But it is a bit slippery, yes. But I have walked through two winters now. This is the third. Oh, and I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed and you're watching this, please do so. I think I was at, I see this morning, 994 or something like that, like just 6 away. I could conceivably break it today if people are generous. I don't really know what happens at 1,000, except somehow that's when the monetization can begin. There's somebody moving. That's what all that was on the other side there, blocking the street, the sidewalk. I used to know the people that lived in that house, but that was a long time ago. They moved to Bahamas. Lucky them. Don't know if they're still there, but they moved there for a while anyway. Their daughter is a friend of my daughter's. And of course, we knew the parents as well. It's actually hard to read the comments here because of the snow cover now. I've never seen anything that says that, but you could be right. I hope you're right. You could be right. there's nothing in the, when I've looked at it, I've never seen anything that requires 4K. It's not really practical because you can't it's sometimes impossible to live stream at 4K. But I'll look at that when I get back. I'll look at it when I get back. I'm not going to worry about it now. Yes, of course, YouTube Studio. That's where I look all the time. So I keep track of all this stuff. Well, I have seen the requirements for monetization. I have not seen anything that says 4K. Last time I looked. I mean, I could do this in 4K, but the streaming wouldn't be in 4K. I could record it in 4K. Anyway, I'll check later. I can't be bothered with it now, so there's no way to check now. Could be right. Maybe you're right. If you're right, then I might as well quit. That would be a relief. Quit live streaming entirely. Trouble is, it's the only way I keep walking. I can't read the comments and keep walking, so whatever you're saying, I'm sure it's true, but I can't look right now. Maybe when I get on the bridge, I can see. But there's a lot of video on YouTube that's not in 4K. Technically, it's already monetized. They put ads on it. So it's monetized for somebody. I'm just not getting any of that. Here's the creek. And in the other direction, it's not frozen yet, but that's coming. On we go. Of course, they haven't cleared this path, so it's going to be snowy and icy for the entire walk. Of course, the new year, the YouTube channel will start getting my revamped podcast videos. That's coming as well. That's the plan anyway. I know you're still commenting, but I can't read them. endeavor not to fall down, as I always do. There have been people along here, but not a lot of no clearing of the snow. The city too is hoping this all melts still before they have to really kick into snow removal budgets, I would imagine. Sorry, nothing to say. Just trudging along here. Watching my footing. Creek. You can hear voices on the other side. Sound carries when there's snow for some reason. Next highlight is the horseshoe pitch. Baseball diamonds are now done for another year. Never walked by them when anybody's playing, but I guess I'm not here at the right time. Yesterday it still looked like fall, now it looks like winter, because it's funny, yesterday you would look at the trees that still have a few leaves left and it looks like it's still fall. Now it looks like they're all gone, and of course the snow did bring some down. You can see them under the trees, because they're literally hanging by a thread and they get that extra weight on them and down they come. Just going to do what I think was my normal creek walk today, just over to Pasco and back down 15th. Streets are icy from the packed down snow. That's what makes that nasty. Carry on to the next footbridge and we'll go back over the creek. I hear a clicking. Is that on my... I think it is. It's probably on the microphone too. I think it's the handle of the zipper clicking away there. I don't know what I can do about that. Oops. Popped the microphone right off. It's probably not, probably the sound was better the other way, but maybe it doesn't click at least. Hope you can still hear me, if anybody's there. Nobody is at the moment. Oh, wait, no, somebody has just said hello. They'll sand the streets when they decide it's slick enough. Don't know if we're there yet or not. I don't like what the microphone is doing. Let me try again. Maybe we just have to put up with the clicking. No, that's definitely the zipper's handle clicking. I can't stop it if I have the microphone where it needs to be for the best angle on my face. So that's the problem with this coat. I may have to not use this one. So there's no place to connect it. Maybe I can double it here. Well, let's try that. Hope you can hear me. Should be able to. Hopefully it doesn't click. Oh, where's it? Is it somewhere else? Maybe it's actually coming from the gimbal. Why would it be clicking? It is. It's the gimbal making that noise. I don't know what that's all about either. Huh. Oh well. Guess I could have left the microphone where it was. Another footbridge. Another look at the creek. Looking east. Looking west. And on we go. Oh, it hasn't been cleared up in the next part of the park. Interesting. Probably just made it more slippery than walking on the snow, though. That's what I'm concerned about. Yeah, I think so. I think this is worse from a walking point of view. Yeah, it is. It's actually slowed me down. Safe. They're walking the snow. I think. Well, no, it's too deep to be comfortable. All right, I'll just be careful. If I walk along the edge, it's a little better. You get more sound effects here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Not really sound effects, actual sound. Of course, sound effects are actual sound too. They're just not the sound of what appears to be happening. They are a made-up sound to accompany something that appears to be happening. Real life doesn't actually sound like movies. It is a little slippery. I've seen worse, and I will, but slipperier than I hoped this morning. Anyway, thank you. Oh, see? I'm on a hill, so my foot went sideways. Well, what the heck? What brought that on? Hello? I have no idea why the gimbal decided to swing around. None. What is its problem exactly? It's moving on its own, and I don't know why. Let's try the next session. Went over. Let's try the one that doesn't keep the horizon perfectly level, but goes where I point it. Let's see how that works. Well, as you can see, mainly what it does is it's still wandering on its own. So I don't like that. There's this one where it focuses on whatever's in front of you, but I certainly don't want that. That's off. No, it's POV. Trouble with that one is it tends to make the horizon less level. Oof. More slipperiness. Now I got to go back to the one I was on, which is now it won't switch at all. Oh, there we go. Nope, there's no question this is the best one, but I don't know why sometimes it acts up. Huh, I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on again. It's going to go wonky. Now we'll give it a fresh start here. See if that helps. We need to reset do something to the gimbal. I don't know why. It worked fine yesterday. Today it's acting up. I've almost fallen twice, but almost doesn't count except in hand grenades and horseshoes, as they say. Actually, I'll be better when I get back onto the sidewalk that isn't perfectly cleared. It's be less slippery than this is. At least until it melts, and there's no sign of it doing that today, as the sun comes out. If the sun comes out, the streets will melt off very quick. These temperatures, but no sun for a while here. There's the creek again, of course. Always there. Not frozen yet, but will be soon enough. Resetting or turning off and turning on the gimbal again seems to have settled it down for the moment. Maybe it got confused because I almost fell. Pasco Street Bridge, which is open again now after being under construction most of this summer when I was walking along here. Oh, fascinating. They cleared it up to there and then just piled a lot of snow at the end of this little path here. It doesn't slip along here. Then I'm going to have to wade through the snow. Wade through the snow, my children. Wade through the snow. God's gonna trouble the snow. And it's gonna trouble the gimbal too, apparently, again. That song is actually, of course, Wade in the Water, not Wade in the Snow, but it still works. All right. Short stretch of Pasqua here. Oh, the wind's going to be in my face when I turn the corner. I think I'm better on the grass. Actually seems less steep for some reason. Not a lot of snow drift, so I think the snow came down fairly straight. Not too much blowing last night. But there's a bit of a breeze right now. It's harder walking in the snow. Come on, Gimbal. What is your problem here? It's almost like something's loose. Yeah, well. This thing is expensive and not that old, so if it starts to go on me at this point, I might just give up on this whole live streaming thing. Can't afford to keep buying new gimbals. Well, how do you suppose this sidewalk is like? Has anybody walked along it? Or will I be better off on the other side? Well, there's been some walking on it, so I think we'll stay over here. Okay, turned the corner, now we're heading home. Just a long straight stretch here. There's that new house. Much, much bigger than what it replaced. Basically, I think they swallowed their backyard for a garage that faces this way. Before there was probably a garage that faced onto the alley. But I don't really remember. Could go back and look at a walk and find out. It doesn't really seem worth the effort. I still have shoveling to look forward to when I get home, so getting my exercise this morning. It's a little bit uphill here too, to the stop sign basically, and then it goes down again. Was it 3 years ago I was jogging this? I think so. It was 4. I realized my knees wouldn't take it, so I switched to walking. And then I started doing this in 2021, I believe. Yes, definitely 2021. Spring of 2021. So 2 years and a bit. I'm closing in on my 1,000 subscribers, which puts me closer to some sort of monetization. Just having a debate about that. Somebody told me you have to be 4K, but I've looked many times. I've never seen that requirement. On the other hand, I haven't looked for a while. I could do this in 4K, but I'm not sure how much buffering there would be. It's a 5G connection, but it can be iffy in spots where I go. And it would mean not live streaming to Facebook. I'm not even sure. Yeah, so anyway, don't worry about it. right now because I can't look. When I start doing switch my podcast over so that it has a video component and starts appearing on my YouTube channel in the new year. Well, I might be able to do it in 4K, but not using the built-in camera on the iMac, I can't. And again, the bandwidth is a problem for live streaming, so. Anyway, let's see what's what. First step is to get to 1,000 subscribers. And as of this morning, I was just 6 away. So if you're watching this and haven't subscribed, please do. Push me over that 1,000. Could happen today if I was really lucky. Should happen this week at the usual pace of subscriptions. It's only Tuesday. Tomorrow will probably be a walk downtown. Still in the snow, I'm sure. Assuming I survive this one. It's between the much harder level of exertion and the slipperiness. May not be a sure thing, I don't know. If I keel over, call 911 in Regina, not wherever you are. Huge waft of cigarette smoke out of that vehicle as it went by. You know what? I think I'll just go this way. Straight on down 15 today. Hello, Michelle. Not an easy walk this morning. Between the snow and the icy sidewalks, it's been hard work. And I've almost slipped twice. Not too close to falling, but enough to make me go, ooh. Driveways are often a problem because they slope down toward the street. Yes, they're going to be working up here on a couple of blocks of Elphinstone, both here and further down. In fact, further down it's already closed. And this is for sweeping, okay. But they are blocking part of Elphinstone for other work. Just stop and breathe for a second. The orange house really pops in the snow. Those lights up there are Elphinstone. Hopefully the timing works out and I can just cross when I get there. My legs are hurting from more exertion than usual. Should make it. I guess we'll go down Elphinstone here. It's downhill, which is nice. To my right. Again, when I jogged, it was always nice to get right here and head downhill. might be my thumbnail. That's not bad at all. We'll see. Somewhere along here with the yellow leaves and then the snow as well. Good work. More icy sidewalks because somebody went and cleared them of snow. I wouldn't consider it as that. Ooh. Ooh. Make fresh coffee when I get home. That'll be something to look forward to. Not that I'm cold, I'm quite warm because of the exertion. Let's go down the alley. Wolf Perot territory, if you know the artist. If you don't, look him up, you'll see what I mean. He's painted a lot of back alley scenes from Regina. Part of his, bread and butter. Literally, because he sells them all. We'll take this alley back to college. Oh, good for me. They're always a bit of a guess, but that's what it looked like. Michelle. The I in that kind of a name is usually a long I. Could be Michelle, but probably not. I guess I was right. If I were using your name as a character in a book, that's how I pronounce it. In my head. I have used people's names as characters. There's a thing called Tuckerization, which is usually for a charity or fundraising some form. You offer to use somebody's name or character in a story or a book. Their survival is not guaranteed. And I, in fact, did that for the story that's coming out in Shapers of Worlds Volume 4, which is what I'm working on now and will have out very soon. For its backers, the Kickstarter backers, the commercial releases in January. But it's basically ready. Just have to get copies printed and shipped out to my backers. I need to do that too. There are people who want all 4 in paperback, and I need to set up one more file before I can do that. Okay. Down Angus Crescent we go. And we will be home, or at least I will be. Yes, definitely a harder walk on my part because of the snow and the ice. It always is in the winter. It slows me way down when I figure on how far I'll be able to walk and the time I have. I have to add quite a bit in a lot of time in the winter to cover the same distance that in the summer I do quickly. Or even yesterday, that walk yesterday would be probably a solid hour today. It was, 40 minutes yesterday. Certainly 50 minutes anyway. Downhill again, like that. Looking Christmassy, isn't it? Especially when you have the spruce, the evergreens all covered up. Christmas is coming, the goose is getting fat. Please to put a penny in the old man's hat. I guess that's me now, the old man. Getting there. Depending on your definition of old. I'm old enough that in most of human history I'd likely be dead by now, so, you know, that's one rather unpleasant way to look at it. That's interesting. Oh, I'm on a different, that's right. I was trying to figure out why it wasn't acting the way I expected it to. It's because I changed to a different mode here. So I actually can look up at things. Whereas in the other mode, I have to use this is the Tommy Douglas house. It's for sale if you're looking for a historic property. It has an indoor swimming pool, believe it or not. Take off my hat and cool down a bit on this last leg, because I'm on my last legs. Not really, but I'm glad it's about over. Oh, and I didn't fall, quite. If you want to go back and look, you'll see a couple of places where I came close, but if I go out in the middle of the street, there's nobody coming, or cross over, I might get a nice look up the curve here of the crescent. Again, always looking for a good thumbnail. Of course, now I have to cross the street again. But the good thing about walking on this side, of course, is the cars are all parked on the other side. So really, I should walk on this side just for scenic reasons. Oop. Snow covers up bumps, and bumps catch you by surprise, and they often are slippery. And the cleared sidewalk is slippery in its own right, so the reason I'm glad I'm home. It's tiring to have to watch your footing every step of the way. Okay, I'll stop here. So, thanks for walking with me. Please subscribe if you haven't. And we'll be seeing snow for a while now. Bye for now.